Hey, welcome to my channel. Today I'm out traveling, unfortunately, so it, let's just get right to it. Basically, the Giants against the Bucks. I have no idea what happened. This is a case where I think basically Dable has lost his team. I hate to say this, but Dable's lost his team. It's the case where after what he did to Daniel Jones, which by all right made sense, but the players themselves are probably thinking, "Oh, it was a monetary thing more than anything else," and they felt like there was never going to be anything about it. It comes down to this: Dable has lost his players. Unless something can happen with the Cowboys game, I don't know if anything can happen. But if anything can happen with the Cowboys game, that might save his job. If he can come out with a win against the Cowboys, that might save his job. But quite honestly, they lose that game, Dable's out. He's lost his players. He's lost the respect for his players. And the reason why I can say this is because based on the fact that what the face of the team now is Dexter Lawrence as well as neighbors. Basically, we're saying is like, look, we played like crap, and it's not something nothing changed as much per se. It's just that neighbors saying I was getting open. I mean, like he was even saying like, hey, if Downing Jones was there, it would have made no difference because I never was getting the ball anyways. So it's to a point where like they've lost faith in their coach. They've lost faith in Dable. I hate to say this, but like he's lost the team, and because he's lost the team, I don't know how you rectify this because you got Dexter Lawrence, you got Burns who's also saying the exact same thing practically, and then you got like Tibbs who's probably going to say the exact same thing, and Neighbors. I mean, honestly, these are four stars. Like Tibbs, Thibodeau, maybe a star per se, depending on how he works out. But you got Dexter Lawrence, you got Burns. Those two alone, right there, those two, plus the fact of the matter is like you Neighbors, I saw star as well too. If they've lost the respect for their coach, I hate to say this, but like there's not much to do. I mean, at this point, Dable is probably a good coach. The only problem is the fact when you lose the respect from your players and they don't listen to you at that point, it changes everything completely. And I hate to say this, but like I don't know what Dable does, unless Dable can somehow fix the issue by somehow going to Dallas and winning. That might help him save his job. Maybe. But if the Giants lose against the Cowboys, I hate to say this, but like, and if they lose badly, if they lose badly, that's the other aspect. Depending on how bad they lose. If they lose badly, they get blown out. I, as a Giants fan, I don't want to see Dabo leave, but quite honestly, this is a case where as an owner, Mara has no choice but to let him go. He has to fire him either now or at the end of the season because if the Giants don't come back, if the only way you know if the Giants players are with Dabo is if they go out and they lose by maybe by one game. If they lose, depending on how they lose, but if they lose very badly, they lost. Then Dabo's gone. He's pretty much lost. He can't do anything to rectify the season. I mean, he could try all as he wants, but that's it. Honestly, I think Dable might be picked up by someone else at that point. But quite honestly, it's the end of Dable. I hate to say this, but and I could see this. You could see with some of the players they're gonna lose unless Dable somehow between now and Thanksgiving Day he's able to basically work with his team, work with his players, and like go one on one with them, and talk to them one on one, and describe what was going on, what's needed to be done. It might maybe he might garner some respect, but it sounds like he's not doing that, and I think he's going to lose the respect. I mean, Daniel Jones, let's be honest, sucked. The way management has handled the Giants for the past couple of years, it's going to be a while before the Giants come back to respectability. And the only way that happens is if basically, let's be honest, they're going to need a coach and a GM that knows what they're doing. Now, I'll be honest, Sean basically has some decent, from last year's draft has done decent. Prior drafts he hasn't, but it all depends what's going to happen from here on out. So this is a case where I hate to say this, but like, I mean, let me know your thoughts honestly, because like, put it in the comment section. But do you think if the Giants lose badly against the Cowboys, like if they get blown out, do you think Dable's pretty much lost the team and there's no choice but to let him go at that point? Because when you lose your players as a coach, there's nothing much else to do at that point. You might as well like just forget about it. You become a lame duck at that point. I know Morrow says like they got the vote of confidence, but unless the personnel changes, that's not happening, which I doubt that's happening because you're not letting Dexter Lawrence go, you're not letting Burns go, you're not losing Neighbors, and you're not losing Thibodeau. So honestly, it's I don't know what happens, but let me know your thoughts. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Um, I ask if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Unfortunately, no, not unfortunately, but this is one of those rare cases where I am actually traveling. I am remote right now, so that's why you see a background here because like I don't want to show you the background. I probably will eventually when we're down the line, but outside of that, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, and of course, always unrehearsed. Until next time.